Hello everybody, welcome to today's music lesson. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to form chords. Now we all have at different times have learned different kinds of chords. But have you ever thought of this question of how to go about finding a chord? So that's the question we will be answering today. By the end of today's lesson, you would have opened up yourself to creativity of another level. You would be able to form your own chords. Saying that, let's start with today's lesson. To understand how chords are formed, you need to know the core principle of what a chord is. A chord basically is two or more notes played together, alright? So if you play two different notes, it is a chord, alright? Let's imagine if you're playing C and then you play a C sharp. When you play these two notes, by definition, it is a chord. And imagine if you play a G and a G sharp, or a C or D, or any two note played together is a chord. But we all know basically when we play C and C sharp together, it does not sound harmonious. So in any way, nobody calls that practically a chord. Now, what makes two different notes come together and still be called a chord? Okay, so that's the first question we're going to be tackling. So imagine, now there are only two ways that a chord can be formed. Okay, now look at this. When I play C and C sharp together, now these two notes, when it's played together, it produces something called as dissonance. Dissonance, all right? But when I play something like C and E, it produces something called a harmony, alright? So that's a harmony. Now, what makes anything dissonant and harmony? Look at this. Anytime you play two different notes together and you know by the way it sounds, it does not produce a pleasing effect. So that has to be a dissonance there, alright? And anytime you play two different notes and it produces a coming together of these two notes in a harmonious way, that we call the harmony. Okay, now to create a harmony, we need a certain kind of a third. That is, from C to C sharp is not a third, it's a second, and it's what we call a minor second. All right, and C to D is what we call a major second. Now, either playing a minor second or a major second, it does not create harmony, it creates dissonance. And so we go to the next, that is a minor third and a major third. That is, a minor third would be C to E flat. Okay, it creates a minor third, all right? So C to E is what we call a major third. This is capital and this is small, all right? So major third and minor third. This is the core DNA of any chord that you have, all right? So let me go on to explain how we form chords using major third and minor third. Let's look at this. C to E flat is a minor third, all right? So think about this, from C to C sharp is 1/2 step, from C sharp to D is 2/2 step, and D to D sharp, that is E flat, is 3/2 steps. To get a minor third, we need 3/2 steps, all right? To get a major third, we need 4/2 steps. Okay, now what happens is, just by introducing this minor third and major third in the chord formations, we get all the different kinds of chords. Okay, the basic four chords that are found using this principle is C major, C minor, augmented, and diminished chords. Okay, so let's start by forming this. So the formula to find this is root plus let's say a major third plus a minor third. Okay, and then it can be a root plus minor third plus major third, and then root plus minor third plus minor third, root plus major third plus major plus major third. Now these are the 4 different ways minor third and major third can be combined to form these chords. Okay, so let's try this out. Okay, so what does this form? Let's take, for example, C is the root. So from C, I'm going to go 3 major third. So it has to be 4 steps. So I go C, 1, 2, 3, 4 steps. I get E. All right. From there, it's a minor third. From E, it's a minor third. So let's go. 1, 2, 3. That's a G. So what chord did we find? We found the major chord. All right. So that's the major chord. Let's find the next chord. The next chord is, let's again take the root as C and 3 half steps. So 1, 2, 3. So that's going to be an E flat. And from E flat, we're going to go major third. That is 4 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's going to be a G there. So what chord did we find? We found the minor chord. Okay, so that was the minor chord. Let's go to the next one. Again, the root is C. From C, minor third, 1, 2, 3 is E flat. Okay, and then from E flat, it's again 3 steps. All right, so 3 steps is 1, 2, 3. So that's going to be a G flat. And what chord did we find? We found the diminished chord. Diminished chord. Okay, so moving on to the next one, the root again, C, and major third. What's the major third? So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 steps. So we get an E. From E, we go another major third. Let's try this out. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's a G sharp. So what's this chord? This is an augmented chord. Okay, so this is the way we find the different chords. All right, so now imagine if you want to extend it and make it larger. How can you go about doing this? I'll tell you. To extend this, what we can do is we add one more. Okay, let's see. We have a major third, minor third. Let's add another major third. That would give you another chord. Or if you add another minor third, that gives you another chord. All right, so let's try out what chord this is. Let's take example of, this is a C, right? Major third would be 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a E. And minor third is 1, 2, 3. That's a G. And then a major third from there, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a B. And then 1, 2, 3. So that's a D. So what chord is this? This chord is the major ninth, C major ninth. C major ninth chord. All right. So all you are doing is extending the chord from here just by adding a major or a minor. If you just have to change this one, this major 9 into a minor 9, you would get something else. Let's see what we get. We have a root again, C, E, and then minor third is G. From G, the minor third, let's see, 1, 2, 3, we get a B flat. So what chord is this? This is a dominant 7th chord, all right? So it's a C dominant 7th chord, right? So that's the way we go about finding the different chords, all right? So I hope you guys understood this concept. Let me recap what I told you. Every chord is basically made out of 2 steps, 2 things, all right? One is the major third, which is a capital M and 3, and the other one is minor third, all right? Now, why do we take only a major third? Why not a major second and a minor second? Is because we do not get harmony out of the second. We can get the harmony out of the third, and that's why we use the third and we form all kinds of chords. I hope you guys liked this video today, and if you liked it, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.